D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you once a week where I share 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. Also down below, you can find the 3 articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them for yourself and come up with your own conclusions, or you can just listen to me because I'm always right. Anyways, before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is about to do their annual bot cleanse and old account purge, and there will be a tiny bit of collateral damage, there always is, and I just please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So this week I've got another little theme for this one, and it's Marvel. It's all about Marvel this week, and let me just tell you what. So why don't we just dive right into these. So it looks like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has found its next major villain in the form of one of Hollywood's fastest rising stars. Jonathan Majors, a star of HBO's Lovecraft Country and Spike Lee's Da 5 Bloods, is reportedly joining the upcoming Ant-Man 3. Majors will join the cast that already includes Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly, and will be playing one of the lead roles in the film. While his specific role hasn't been confirmed, Deadline is reporting that Majors will be playing the popular Marvel villain Kang the Conqueror. If Majors is indeed playing Kang, which seems safe to assume, given the initial report from Deadline, this could be a huge development for the future of the MCU franchise. Kang is an incredibly important villain in the comics, and with Thanos making his exit at the end of Avengers Endgame, this could be a new antagonist for the Marvel universe going forward. That said, it's important to remember that Kevin Feige and the folks at Marvel Studios don't always adapt directly from the comics. According to Deadline's Justin Kroll, Kang's role may change in the future appearances in the MCU, alluding to the fact that he may not always be a villain. However, when it comes to Ant-Man 3, he's expected to be one of the main antagonists. Now, Kang's introduction into the MCU at this point makes total sense, given the possibilities opened up by Endgame. In the comics, Kang is a villain that travels throughout time, so the new developments in the MCU have given him a purpose to fulfill. As for Majors, this is a huge grab for Marvel Studios, considering just how big a name the actor has become in such a short time. After small roles in Hostiles and White Boy Rick, Majors immediately declared himself a force to be reckoned with. In the 2019's acclaimed dramedy, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, this year saw Majors stand out opposite Delroy Lindo in Spike Lee's Da 5 Bloods, and began his own journey as a leading man with Lovecraft Country on HBO. Majors also has a main role in James Samuel's upcoming Netflix western, The Harder They Fall, which has drawn a significant amount of buzz as it gears up for production. So I just have to say, I think this is a great grab for Marvel. I think that Majors is such a good actor. I mean, this is the thing, I don't know how I feel about Lovecraft Country. It's not the best show I've ever seen, but it's not the worst. But I'll just tell you right now, Jonathan Majors is definitely a shining light in that show. I mean, all the actors on that show do such a great job, but he is definitely a really good actor, and I think that this is good. And plus, Kang is such a good bad guy. I mean, if you don't read the comic books, he has had many iterations going through the comic books, but I think that it will be good to see him on the big screen. However, I hope that, I don't know how I feel about him being a good guy. He does become Iron Lad at one point in time, but I just don't know how I feel about him being a good guy. I just want him to be a big bad guy, because I love the bad guys. Anyways, so that's my first story of the day. So for my second story of the day, things have been a little bit quiet lately, except for this week on the Marvel Studios front, since the coronavirus pandemic took hold earlier this year, save for projects being delayed. The Disney-owned superhero studio has yet to announce anything official about its upcoming slate that changed a bit on Wednesday when Disney Plus confirmed that WandaVision, one of the upcoming TV shows from Marvel, was still going to debut in 2020, despite production delays related to COVID-19. While The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is still on delay, WandaVision is still on track, and its placeholder on the Disney Plus website has been updated to reflect that news. There have been no major changes on the Disney streaming site, but a short message has been added to WandaVision that should excite fans. The page for the show now says coming soon, letting everyone know that the premiere really is just around the corner. A specific release date for WandaVision hasn't been announced, and it likely won't be arriving until sometime around December, but it is encouraging to see that the series will be arriving this year. Now, the coronavirus pandemic caused the productions of WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki to all shut down, meaning that they would likely be delayed. Fortunately, however, a couple of the projects have been able to get back to filming this week, and WandaVision is the most contained series of the trio, making filming a little bit easier at this time. It looks like the show will jump ahead of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, becoming the first live-action TV series from Marvel Studios. WandaVision will likely feel much different than previous Marvel Studios projects, considering just how strange its concepts appear to be. But, of course, everybody is excited about it, and I am one of those people. I'm really glad that they're able to premiere this in 2020, aka this year, because of the pandemic and everything. Like I said, those have been shut down, got shut down, those three shows, and two of them were supposed to premiere. Actually, Falcon and the Winter Soldier were supposed to premiere in August. I believe it was August. Yeah, maybe it was August. And then I believe WandaVision was supposed to premiere in October, but of course, like I said, that's been pushed back and probably will be in December or a little bit around that time. So that's my second story of the day. And so for my third and final story of the day, it looks like Marvel and Disney have finally found the right actress to play Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Emmy-winning actress Tatiana Maslany, best known for her starring turn in Orphan Black, has been tapped to play the titular character in the She-Hulk TV series, set to be released on Disney+. Now, Kat Corio had already been hired to direct multiple episodes of the series, while Jessica Gao will lead the writer's room and serve as showrunner. She-Hulk is going to follow Jennifer Walters, who is the cousin of Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. Now, Jennifer, a lawyer, gets a blood transfusion from Bruce, which ultimately gives her similar powers. Unlike most versions of the Hulk, however, Jennifer remains intelligent and in control when she hulks out. Mark Ruffalo's Hulk in the MCU, known affectionately as Professor Hulk, is in a similar situation to Jennifer. He's constantly in his Hulk form, but he still has his genius self 100% of the time. There has been no word as to when She-Hulk series will take place in the MCU timeline, but if it's after the events of Avengers Endgame, expect to see the Hulk version of Ruffalo make an appearance. Now, before nabbing the role of Jennifer Walters, Maslany starred in BBC America's Orphan Black for 5 seasons. She was nominated for 3 Emmys and 1 Golden Globe over the course of the show's 5-year run, taking home the Emmy in 2016. Most recently, Maslany starred in HBO's Perry Mason opposite Matthew Rhys. Now, She-Hulk is one of the many TV projects in development at Disney Plus from Marvel Studios. WandaVision is the first these projects expect to see released on the streaming service, arriving later this year, as I mentioned before. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was originally slated to debut in August, like I said before, but a shutdown of the production due to COVID-19 changed those plans. Other shows in the works include Ms. Marvel, Loki, and Moon Knight. So I have to just say that I think this is a great grab. Also, just like Jonathan Majors, this is great. WandaVision is coming out later this year, and now they've got Tatiana Maslany. Now, I don't know if you watched Orphan Black. I did, all 5 seasons. She did such a fantastic job. In fact, from now on, anybody that plays more than one character in a show, if they play multiple characters but the same person, everybody automatically says, oh, you're doing an Orphan Black. And Tatiana Maslany is the one that started that whole thing. I mean, she's so great, and I think that She-Hulk is a great fit for her, not just because She's, I think, a great actress. She's also, she's starting off in TV, like she did in Orphan Black, and then she's going to jump to movies, which she's done before. She was in The Woman in Gold, which was a movie. Didn't do that great box office-wise, but I saw it and I thought it was great, and Tatiana Maslany is a great actress. So, those are my 3 stories for the week. What do you think about this new casting decision for Marvel? Are you looking forward to seeing Jonathan Majors in the MCU? Are you looking forward to seeing WandaVision on Disney Plus this year? And do you think Tatiana Maslany is a good choice to play She-Hulk? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my Week in Review. You guys have a good week. Bye.
Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that Geek What icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my Week in Review.